Okay. Hello, YouTube subscribers. This is take 3. I realize this time I'm not going to talk about me at all. I'll probably do a separate video on me with housekeeping. But since I've been in housekeeping for 5.5 months now, because I started, as you've seen in a previous video, back in June. I started June 3rd, 2019. I'm going to talk to you today in general about some of the pet peeves as housekeepers have to deal with, some of the things we appreciate, things like that. So first of all, going into what's expected of a housekeeper and expectations you can have getting into the field of housekeeping. If you want to start out in hospitality or, in the hospitality industry as a whole, housekeeping may be perfect for you, but if you want to make it as a long-term career where you think you're going to be rich, no. Housekeeping is pretty much the backbone of the industry. I will tell you that we don't make that much for being the backbone of the industry. Housekeepers roughly make between about $5,000 and $20,000 a year, depending on whatever hotel you work at. You can make anywhere between $7.25 and $10 an hour. Where I work at, starting wage for housekeepers is $9. I do believe $9. Whereas with the hotel that was built previously behind me, it's $8.75 an hour. It varies. Which also at my hotel, we don't get insurance or anything like that. It varies from hotel to hotel what benefits you get. Some hotels will give you insurance as a housekeeper, some won't. That's because at our hotel we're not considered full-time because we don't work 8 hours a day. We pretty much start at 8 o'clock, and then once we get done with our rooms, we punch out. So if you're expecting to be rich, don't expect to be rich and make a full-blown career out of $5,000 to $10,000 to $20,000, dollars a year. Also with housekeeping, you are expected, which I will make a separate video about me, because there are things that this video talks about that ain't necessarily what I follow, what my hotel has me following, just due to who I am, my issues. But you are expected on average to do between you are expected to do 16 or more rooms a day on average in 8 hours in 30 minutes. Which, let me tell you something, you are going to find out, you're going to be like, I don't know how they expect you to do this. And you are absolutely right. I don't know how they expect us to do it. It is pretty stupid, but this ain't what this video is about, because you could have a room that's a total disaster, or have one where they just slept in the bed or the bathroom, but expect to at least be doing between like 10, well, expect to do 16 plus rooms a day. That's all I'm saying, depending on how many rooms the hotel has in total, how many housekeepers are in total, how many rooms were rented the night before. Just expect it. Also, expect during certain times of the year to be working several day stretches, anywhere from like 6 days to 14 days total without a day off. And expect parts of the year, like since it's November now, with my hotel and the area that I work in, we are slowing down for the year. So you are gonna, if you're working where I am, near where I am, versus Florida or somewhere, you are gonna get called off a lot more than what you should be. Like last week, I only worked 1 day, so just know when you start housekeeping, expect that. Also expect that it is not easy work. So even though, yes, you are theoretically just cleaning multiple bedroom/bathroom type areas a day, it is exhausting because you are constantly on your feet. You are moving around. You are paying attention to detail. You are doing a whole bunch of things. So just know that Sometimes housekeeping is not for the faint of heart, and you will be exhausted. I learned that the hard way. So know that. So those are some of the things that you can expect. You can also expect too the types of rooms you will get. You will get a paper. Now I don't know about other hotels, but with my hotel, I have a paper. It has your list of rooms on it, and on the bottom it has total 10 rooms. But on the sides, it will have your room numbers, like for example, 342 through like 409. That will be your section of rooms for the day. Now you won't have 342 between 409 completely. You'll just have like beep, beep, bop, and like for example, I could have a room. I could have like 342, 354, 372. I could have rooms like that. It won't go fully in order, but just expect that. Also, on your paper, you will see things like checkout, full. You might see that. It all depends. Checkout full means you're cleaning the entire room, stripping the bed, everything. Stay over full means you're pretty much doing it just as you would the checkout, stripping the bed, everything. And then stay over light means you are just making the bed, and then the rest of the room you're doing as if it's a checkout. You don't touch. Another thing is, in stayovers, you do not touch people's stuff. That's a no-no. You don't touch anybody's luggage. I mean, if they do have something sitting on the bed, when I go into stayovers, personally, if they have like a pair of pants or something on the bed, I will move it. But if they have like a suitcase, which my boss even says I can touch underwear, but I'm not gonna. Like, if she sees this, I hope she doesn't get mad. But no offense, if you want your bed made, don't leave a dirty pair of underwear or a pair of underwear on your bed, because nobody wants to touch somebody else's underwear. So I don't touch people's underwear. So, but you can if you're wearing gloves. Even with gloves, I don't want to. But in stayovers, you will either have to make the bed or strip the bed altogether, change the seats, and make the sheets. So that's like what your paper will kind of look like. Some pet peeves I have with housekeeping, which you may discover these too. The first one is for when you have a checkout. We will start by going with the types of rooms. Checkout. Let's say one checkout decides to tell the front desk, hey, I'm leaving, and then another checkout does not say anything. The checkout that does not say anything, even if they left, they can come back to their room and go back in it until 11 o'clock. Because they did not tell the front desk they're out, they still have access to that room. At least for my hotel, it varies from hotel to hotel when checkout time is till 11 o'clock. So please, when you are staying at a hotel, if you're going to check out, let the front desk know. It helps housekeepers. That's a pet peeve of mine. Another pet peeve that some housekeepers, not just me, may come across is stayovers. Sometimes you'll get a stayover who you knock on their door, they're not in the room, so you can go in and clean it as usual, business as usual. And then sometimes you'll get stayovers where they are in the room, and they will tell you, hey, come back 45 minutes later. Which for our hotel, our policy is we can go into checkouts that are highlighted that are out at 8 o'clock, and then 9 o'clock we can do stayovers. So if you have no checkouts at that time and you want to do your stayovers, sometimes people will tell you, hey, come back in 45 minutes. That's a pain in the butt, because then I'm still stuck, or you're still stuck with nothing to do. So that can be a pain. And sometimes, even after you come back after 45 minutes, sometimes they'll be gone, but other times they will then say they don't want anything. Or they have the D&D sign on the door, which means do not disturb. That is annoying because you pretty much just wasted my time along with yours. So that, let me tell you something, that can be a pet peeve too. Along with stayovers that decide to be in the room You answer the door, knock on the door, go on in because they don't say anything, and then they tell you they don't want service. Put your D&D on the door, your do not disturb sign on the door. It helps us rather than say you don't want nothing when we knock on the door. Which also, at least at my hotel anyway, there's a policy where you can have that D&D on the door till 12, and if you take it off by 12, we have to go in and clean your room. So if you want your room clean, take your D&D down and pretty much be out of the room. Though at my hotel, which it can vary from hotel to hotel, I've seen stories where some don't allow you to be in the room the same time as the guest. At mine, we generally don't care, which I don't feel comfortable, but I'll do it anyway. So that's for stayovers. For other pet peeves, going into rooms, cleaning them. When people leave their soap in the bathtub, used soap bar, that is disgusting, that is annoying. If you can have all your other garbage gathered up in the garbage can along with your shampoo and stuff, why couldn't you throw your soap bar away? So please do that, along with towels. It makes us feel better when you leave towels in a pile on the bathroom floor. I don't know about anybody else, but I hate when they leave a towel on like the desk chair and towels in the bath all over the place. That is annoying and a pain in the butt for us as housekeepers. Also, aside from pet peeves, we know what you are up to. You may not think that, but we do. So if you're gonna decide to sorry, that's a train in the background. If you're gonna decide to have relations, sex, we're all human here. We're probably gonna likely hear you doing it. Believe me, because noise carries. So if you don't want us to laugh at you, because guaranteed, housekeepers probably laugh at you. I know I do. I'll be honest. You might want to not have sex between 8 and 4 p.m. for the sake of housekeepers. But we know when you're doing things like that, or arguing, or domestic violence, stuff like that, we know. Because we can hear it. We also know, which you may try to get out of this and deny this, but we also know when you smoke in the room. That is weed, cigarettes, whatever. We know when you're doing that because we can legitly smell it. So don't do that either. Even though, technically, let me tell you a little story. Where I work, a lot of people can get out of it just by calling the franchisee that our hotel is through to get out of it. Another thing that's nice too for housekeeping, not that I care about tips, which I will tell you in another video, because this hotel that I work at means a lot to me. You'll probably see it because of the note thing I'm about to show you. Who cares? But we like notes and tips. Like, here's a $5 tip I got the other day from working. This is one that I will keep forever, that I will not, trade for the world. Somebody left me a $2 bill. That is fucking cool. Sorry for my language, but that is legitly cool. So, tip your housekeepers. The most I made was $20. I got a $20 tip. Because as I said in the beginning of the video, housekeepers don't make that much yearly. So don't expect it to be a career choice that you're going to live with. So we like notes, and I will show you another note that I have here. Here's 2 notes. Here's this note. Don't know if you can see that, how well you can see that now. Here's this note. But I love getting notes from people. I don't care about tips. So do yourselves a favor. Leave housekeepers notes or tips. It makes their day. Which also, here is what a housekeeping cart will look like. This is what mine looks like. This is what the top of it looks like. Here we go. And again, this is your clipboard, you will have a paper that has like lists of rooms and stuff on it. This is what mine looks like. Yours may be slightly different, but at where I work, this is what mine looks like. So this gives you a general idea. You go into housekeeping, that's what your card's gonna look like. So, I mean, this was kind of a long, vaguely boring, not talking about me video, but it just talks about housekeeping in general. So I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for me doing a video on my personal stories. I might wait till my 6-month anniversary, which is next month, to do that. So stay tuned. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And also thanks to the 41 subscribers that I have in the past 4 years. And since today's Veterans Day, thank you to our veterans who've served. Goodbye, everybody. Enjoy.